Hey everyone, this is Wei and welcome back. Let's draw this horse in this very dynamic pose. So let's get started and I'll talk about the process along the way. Alright, so let's draw this horse and I'm gonna try to fit everything in screen. So let me see, this is gonna be a relatively smaller drawing. So here's the body, the neck. See, am I in frame? Okay. Neck and then the head. Let's see, from the body goes in this way. So the head would be somewhere around here. Let's keep going with these reference points and then we can adjust accordingly. Okay, so here's the leg. See the neck here, the mane. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the body. So I'm gonna draw this leg coming down, kind of measuring this one joint, and then it goes all the way to the tip. So it kind of bends down this way. So it's gonna meet up right around here. Okay, and then that's one leg. So we're gonna go to this leg, gonna push it down this way. Let's see, following the joint. You see how, the joints kind of have to be in the same rotation or else it's gonna be, one leg is much shorter than the other. Okay, so that's the bottom. All right, so it looks like I got something off, maybe a little bit too low. This one. Oops, I almost forgot this one joint. All right, so it's kind of like that. All right, and then the back. I know I'm drawing really light. I hope you guys can see this. Okay, the hind legs. So it's pretty straight, so I'm just gonna draw a straight line like that, just kind of as a quick little guide. So the joint is right around the same line here. So it's this. Okay, and then bulge here, and then this goes into the dirt. And then we don't see that. Okay. Might be a little bit long, it looks like a little bit long, but let's just see. Okay, I want to show you guys the shading on this because it's really cool. This horse, the musculature and stuff is just really cool. All right, let's see. And then the tail, it's just wavy. Let's just do something like that for now. Okay, so this is gonna be relatively small. All right, so let's go back to the head. Okay, looks like I'm a little bit off here. This. Okay, and then the eyes right around here. Let's keep the slant, the face here. Then here's the kind of refining a little bit, just correcting his ear. Another ears, hair coming through here. And then this thing goes up. Okay, something like that. It's kind of, as long as we can get it close, then we can start shading. All right, so let's start shading then. I think this is good enough. The ear might be a little bit off, but all right, let's just go with it. All right, so let's start off with the eyes since we're here already. And it's nice and dark, so I am using a 6B, so it's very soft. So this shading with the horse is actually really cool. Since I'm drawing relatively small, we can actually shade it fairly quickly with a lot of little strokes as opposed to, like really broad stuff. So like here, I can just kind of it's like dabbing, very quick. Kind of let the stroke do the shading for you. So it's very small. Let's see. All right, let's do in some of the mouth here. So the one thing I like about this kind of smaller drawing is you can be a lot more expressive, It's like, see, a couple of strokes like that can indicate, the lower lip. And you start seeing the form show through. It's a little bit harder and even this vein. All right, let's just go hit that a little bit. Okay. Go in a little bit more gradation. Okay. here. This part, his eyes looks like it should be a little bit bigger. Shadowing underneath the eyes, important. Like little strokes here and there. Let's see his ear. Again, it's off, but let's just go with this, what I've drawn already. It's okay. His hair. Okay. So when I shade it, you see it's just like, it's a very quick, you know, just dab almost. It's like a flick. You see that kind of shape. So, all right, so now that we have some part of the head, let's move down. So like his neck area right here, you see this musculature right here. I mean, it's really cool. So we can shade that a little bit. And so it does require some, you know, observation. It's like here, you know, there's a bulge here, right? But just look at the shading. You see how this is darker right here because it's a little bit tighter, you know, and then it kind of flans out. So the shading is like wider here, and it narrows down, and then it kind of flans out again. Okay, so you know, that's what I mean. You got to pay a little bit of attention to, you know, what you're seeing and the way you know, the way the shadings are, so that you don't end up, you know, doing like a really flat shading. Like here, you know, we know there's a little edge right here. We can actually exaggerate that a little bit, you know, just to give it a little bit more form. All right, let's zoom in a little bit so I can show you guys some of the more shading a little bit closer up. I think that's a little bit easier to see. Okay, let's continue on. Coming down here, let's see. Let's block in some of this structure here. Very complicated here. There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's do one leg here, coming down. Let's see, let's block this in. This bulge here. Looks like there's another bulge here. All right, so let's start shading on this. There's a lot of little things. Let's see, it comes up. The shadowing is very important behind that right here. His legs. It's gonna give it a lot of dimension. Okay, here's this belly, his rib area. All right, let's concentrate back up here because this, again, I just kind of want to show you the shading on this. All right, so see these little bumps, how I'm shading them? It's just like little flicks of the wrist, little flicks of the pencil. Nothing too extensive. It's just try to let the stroke do the shading for you. So let's see, let's go back up to the neck here. There's, well, let's attack the bigger shapes here. So the same kind of stroke. You see how, you know, it dark edge on one and just kind of flicks away, a little gradation, and then we can clean that up a little bit. And let's see, down here's another one. So when we're shading this, it's just a lot of, you know, little observations, and you try to get the musculature in, you know, just like the human body or like anything. And with the horse, it's really cool if you get it accurate. You know, it's very powerful. It's because it's so much stronger. You know, it just looks awesome. That's probably why they, you know, there's so many of the drawings and artistic drawings of horses and galloping and things like that, because it's just so powerful. You get that right, and you get the motion right, and the stance and everything's balanced. Yeah, it's awesome. I've seen a lot of those Chinese drawings, right? Those paintings with the horses. They love to draw horses. So tummy probably needs to be a little bit lower. Okay. So let's just concentrate on this little area right here, see if I can make it look good. Because the rest of the body is pretty much kind of the same thing. So this is darker. Let's just cross hatch a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of little things going on. It's kind of crazy actually, but let's just see how far we can get. So you can see some of my guidelines from the beginning, and it's kind of going away. So that's why, you know, at the beginning, just keep your guidelines a little bit lighter. Don't worry too much about them, you know, because as you start shading, you're gonna end up covering those up anyways, and it'll be okay, you know, even if it's a little bit messy. The point is to have a nice, lively drawing. Right up here, his foot here is pretty complicated too. Now the shadowing here again is very important to get it correct, because it'll really give it form and definition. So like here, the shape, then here. So you can identify the joints and stuff, you know, if you want to go into the anatomy and things like that. Or you can just, you know, maybe a little bit both, you know, recognize the joints and shapes, and then ultimately you still have to draw what you see. Okay. So these smaller drawings, see how I'm just letting the pencil stroke through the shading. All right, so it's getting there. I mean, if I wanted to, I can use another pencil, like maybe like a sharper one, and really go in and with the detail, but I don't want to do that now. It's actually a lot more fun shading this way. Okay. So now I'm looking at the overall shape, trying to redefine it a little bit better. Okay. Under the chin here, very important. Okay, let's go, keep going. I'm trying to identify some of the larger areas and give it a little bit better shading so you can feel the full form, you know. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm looking at the camera. It's just, I mean, because I'm drawing so small, you know, sometimes you think, oh yeah, it's like so messy or whatever. And then slowly but surely, it's coming along. Okay, a little bit darker here. So now I'm seeing a little bit more subtleties, you know, on the face. Okay. So this is a white horse, obviously, so it could be a little bit light. I mean, you can draw a little bit light, or you can, you know, make it darker. It really doesn't matter, because as long as you get the musculature, it can be either, you know. If you want to keep it light, you can keep it light. Yeah, let's draw some of the mane on the back, which is really nice. That's one thing about horses, is nice flowing hair, you know. It's very dynamic. So one thing about hair, especially on moving horses, things like this, keep it real light at first, because that's one way of really killing a drawing and stiffing up. Oh, what I mean by killing it, it's like making something that's full of action, and, you know, very stationary. So this horse has a lot of action. So if you draw the hairs a little bit too hard, you know, you're gonna really kill the motion of this. So it's better to just kind of like really light and just keep it loose. Maybe not as much detail. I mean, it's, yeah, you want to go less than more on a hair, especially for this kind of sketches. You just, not too much. All right, so let's see. A little more shading up here. Okay, it's getting there. I mean, this will take a little bit more shading, just because, you know, it's a full body. So here, all right, let's just do a little bit more here so I can show you the tummy area. So again, there's a shadow here, and then in here it's dark, so might be able to just, I don't know, I'm thinking about just kind of doing a little artistic expression here and not just kind of leaving it like this. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know how much time I want to spend on shading this horse. But now you can see the little musculatures, a little bit more stuff going on here. There's something going on here, and it's not just a round belly. Okay, so you know, you see how quickly that came in. You know, it just kind of like, this great thing about this kind of 6B pencil. Okay, go back up. I'll probably cross hatch a little bit to. All right, let's get rid of some of the direction. All right, it's getting there. So I'm gonna finish this off camera so that I don't have to talk as much and so I can concentrate more on drawing. And then I'll finish it up and show you guys how it looks, all right? I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and here's the final drawing for this horse. So I think I showed most of it on screen. It's just, you know, just kind of pushed it and worked on, you know, more the little subtleties in the musculature. So I mean, just a lot of stuff going on. So it could be a lot of work. But I think overall, I kind of captured a horse, a little bit of movement. You know, I wish I can be better at this kind of stuff, but it's, again, you know, drawing horses is really hard to do, and to capture the power and the musculature, it's very, very difficult. I really wish I can do a better job at this. So, I mean, hopefully I can do it in the future, but for now, this is it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.